Well, Artem, here you are headlining an event. The spotlight is on you. Give me an idea of just kind of what the feeling is like, what this opportunity means to you.
You know, I mean, I'm thankful for the opportunity that, UFC have presented for me. But when it comes to me, myself personally, I don't care if I fight, if I'm the first fight of the night or if I'm main event. All that means to me that I'm going to be fighting a little later than usual. So I'm here to fight.
How about, I mean, we hear about sometimes when people get into this, the added interviews, the added media responsibilities, all that stuff kind of gets them out of focus a little bit, or just extra work. What do you think? Has it been distracting at all?
Well, this is kind of, I guess I had a little advantage over it because I got to see the stuff that Conor had to do, for everything. So I was ready for anything they're going to throw my way, and I knew it's just part of the job and I just have to get it done. So it's no big deal to me.
Talk about Conor. I mean, we obviously know that you're a lead training partner. He's a big part of your career, but he's got a lot going on right now, right? The baby on the way, boxing, maybe happening. So how's he been able to play a part in your training this time around?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's always playing a big part. I mean, he's unable to come here now because the baby is due very soon. But in terms of training, yeah, we've sparred a lot. We trained a lot together. He's given me a lot of pointers. So, yeah, definitely, as always, he has helped me out.
Very cool. Your career in the UFC started off a little rough. You had a couple losses. Now you've got back-to-back wins. Is there anything you can point to? Is there something that changed within you that you were able to kind of get over that hump, or is it just kind of the way the fights went? What happened?
Sometimes that's just the way the life goes, and people sometimes they take the losses in fighting, a bit more serious than elsewhere. Like look at, let's say, football. There's teams that lose 10, 20 times in a season, and it's fine. They're still at the top of, they're still playing in the major league or whatever. So it's no big deal, you just assess the fight, you look at the mistakes, you fix them, and you keep moving forward. I mean, this is how you get better. This is how evolution works. If something is not getting you to where you want to be, you gotta evolve and fix that and get better, and then go get it. And that's what I've done.
Very nice. Now you've got a huge opportunity against a ranked guy in Cub Swanson, headlining event. Now you got your doubters. You got people that say, Artem doesn't even deserve to be here. What do you say when people say you don't deserve to be in this spot? How do you answer that?
In MMA, the fans are very young, just like the sport. They don't really know much. And for the majority of fans, nothing exists outside of UFC. They don't realize the level of competition that I've been through. I literally taken on the best of the best in Europe in every fight, and I went to their backyards to take them on, and I never even blinked. So in terms of deserving or not deserving, I definitely deserved it. I put the work in. I never turned down a fight. I always seek the hardest challenge. And once again in this fight, I could have called for an easier fight. I could have asked for somebody else. I was in a position to do that. But no, I wanted the hardest challenge. I wanted to risk it all, because if you never risk, you never drink champagne.
Very nice. What do you think about Cub as a fighter? I mean, you're saying he's challenging, so I think you're probably admitting he's got skills. You faced the best, but he's looked really good as of late. When you break him down, what do you see in him?
Absolutely. I mean, this is what excited me about Cub. He is a very good fighter. He's very exciting to watch. So I thought it's going to make for a great fight, and it's going to be another challenge for me to climb. That's why we're here. What
do you think? Is this fight of the night type potential? I mean, is this a guy that you can go and get out of there early, or do you think you're going to be one of those epic battles like he just came out of?
I'm getting ready for a 20-round war. But, he's so wild, he's so open, I can see myself catching him nice and early.
So you see holes in the game?
Absolutely. I mean, he gets hit in every fight. In the last fight, it was a great fight, but he got hit a lot. And when you get hit by me, I just hope they're able to wake him back up.
It would be very interesting, because if you were to impress here, get a big win against a guy so high up the rankings, what do you think that would do next for you? I mean, would it be another guy right up there in that top, or do you feel like, you'd have to kind of slowly still work your way up the division?
We can reassess after the fight, of course. But the way I see it, when it's all said and done, there's going to be a mountain of corpses behind me and gold wrapped around my waist.
Strong words, man. I think that, this is, to me, it seems a huge opportunity. I mean, do you feel like if you are to go out there and impress and do what you want to do, that those doubters will stop and they'll start to believe in you? Or do you feel like you're always going to have to answer to those kind of people?
I love the doubters. I love them. There's nothing more motivating than having the doubters there. And there's nothing sweeter than shoving it straight down their face.
So as you kind of envision this thing in your head, like you said, you're getting ready for a war, but you also see an opportunity to maybe get it done early. But when you play this thing out in your head, how do you see yourself getting a hand raised on Saturday?
Yeah, I see me catching him nice and early.